I'm just doing it because someone's got to do it, basically. I'm testing. I'm recording us right now. So if you want to say something. Put it up, like...
I just had a thought. What if, like, every time you go through, like, a bad cycle and then, like, you get angel numbers for the cycle to be done, it's like you're in a video game and you're just, like, leveling up.
Oh, my God. That's the amount of points that you got for that side quest?
Oh
my God, I've been consistently getting 888, so you better boost your score, baby.
I'm just stuck on 37.
I was saying, what are you seeing, like 333s? Okay.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, that wasn't what I was, like, highlighting on. It was just, like, the fact that you do kind of, like, the cycle's over, and then you're, like, starting out again, and then you gotta beat the boss.
Yeah,
like,
a whole, you
side quest. You gotta go through your, like, little...
Side quests.
Yeah.
And there's, like, the main journey, which,
Wait, what are you saying the side quest is?
Like, you know how when you're in a video game, you are, like, Mario defeats a princess, but there's also, like, this is not the kind of video game that would do that. I'm trying to think
that's what I'm just
I'm not a video game girl, so...
well, what I'm picturing is, like, this is the main quest, but you're just cycling through, like, you're leveling up almost like, Call of Duty or something, like, you go to the next level.
Yeah.
And but I'm at your next level of bullshit.
Oh, there's definitely levels, but I think there's also side quests that, like, are optional, you know what I mean? Like, you could... there's things that we don't have to tackle, but we choose to tackle because we're like, wow, this is a fun
when you start treating like a game. Like,
well, when you subscribe to the ideal that life is a simulation and none of this is real, it gets a lot easier. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's like, there's nothing to lose because you're just going to do it again later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Or just the fact that, like, there's not really very many constructions in life. Like, you just have to have the mentality of, like, just wiping the shit off and starting fresh again. Like, you know what I mean?
Wiping the shit off.
Like, no, but, like, you just get up. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, I guess when I was in the depths of my despair before, like, life was so bleak, but now it's just, like, now that I know that I can choose my mentality and, like, I don't know, I just feel like things are a lot easier when you realize how much control you have in your life.
It's so weird. I don't know why, like,
should we do an intro? Maybe? I don't know. Like,
hey, this was supposed to be us testing. You know what? We're going to pause out real quick and make sure this audio is good.
Yeah.
And if it is good, we'll be back with more conversation.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that. Okay, and we are back. So we did just check the audio, and it's not perfect. It's a little bit off, if you will, but I feel like
a screamer.
Yeah, and we're still trying to figure out, like, the best type of equipment. We obviously don't have the right type of mics for, like, a podcast.
Well, these were $30, so bear with us. It's all we could get on short notice. These were actually a handful to get. In the first place.
I know. There was a sign we should have just
I would say, obviously... Well, no, I think it was just the universe correcting our timing because we were a little eager. I know I was very eager, but anyway.
Yes. Okay. So what we're currently working on is manifesting some new mics. So if you guys have any laying around or you seen a good deal on Amazon or something like that,
definitely let us know.
Yeah.
We're broadening our horizons.
Because
we have put this out into the universe. We have... new microphones, nice. Well, not necessarily brand new, but way better than these.
Yeah. Just, you know, something that is perfect for us in our brand new podcast room.
I know we have
setting up.
Should we address that?
We should introduce ourselves, I guess. I know, we're getting so excited. Okay, well, hi guys. My name is Courtney.
And my name is Hannah.
And we are the Eureka Effect podcast / YouTube / sensation.
/ TikTok, low-key, sorry, no, I'm just kidding. We have over 1,000 followers, but it's really
update. The last time we're boasting a little bit too.
I know, oh my god, I'm so excited, like, low-key, I know we're joking about it, but, like, it's so validating. Thank you, universe, for that little, like, boost. It definitely came when we needed it. Like, anyway.
Oh, yeah, and even,
thank God.
Like, there's been so many little synchronicities along the way, guys, just, like, little things, that confirmation that we are definitely on the right path. Yeah. Anywhere from, like, angel numbers to, like, little videos, like, on our algorithm on TikTok. Like, remember that, like, the resin tarot card? Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Like, all the niches. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, what was the thing? So, we've been talking all morning, that's why we decided to bust out the microphones, but something that we wanted to talk about that is interesting that I feel like we haven't touched on, I don't think, is our relationship with money. Or we could have touched on it.
I think, well, I mean...
Who knows at this point.
I feel like I'm always talking about money because I'm stressed out about it,
But it's all about your mindset, because if you think about it, as a collective, we all put our consciousness on believing that this piece of paper has this amount of value, and we all collectively agree on it, so therefore it is reality.
So this is interesting because of inflation and stuff like that, and I was thinking about this yesterday in the rapid fire fucking shadow work I was doing, is that so money used to be a representation of gold, and now obviously we don't represent it with gold now. They're just printing it, so it's meaningless. Truly, it's meaningless. If one day we all woke up and we were like, you know what, fuck money.
Yeah.
What would the government do?
I know.
They'd be screwed.
It's all a mental hold that they have on us.
We could trade our resources. I know like how to fucking plant food. You know what I mean? There's people who know how to hunt. My uncles have done it. Like,
I think a lot of people are getting to that point when I'm going out and talking to, like, even like Justin's been saying, like, all I want to do is get a piece of land that I can like grow my own food, have my own farm. He's like, I know it's a lot of work, but I feel like people back then, it's hard to say because we didn't live in that time, but when I think back, like, to simpler times, like, I feel like there's definitely a lot of shit going on. There's always been a lot of, like, war and horrible things.
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, I feel like I think people weren't as depressed or anxious or like lost, because I feel like you had more purpose. You had a purpose every day.
I think the problem is that I don't think the problem is within people. I think the problem is within the technology and who is in control of technology now, because that's the only thing that's really changed is the propaganda is in our hands, so we're more easy to be brainwashed than ever, basically. Yes. And I think that's what where the major problem lies. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying that we need to get rid of screens and technology is bad at all. There are resources that we've seen several good things come out of social media. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, fucking whoever got their hands on whoever, and now it is what it is.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call anyone else, but yeah, Bill Gates, you're a piece of shit, and you're going straight to hell.
Oh, I just lost my point. Oh, how they're always, it's so funny, like, in music, how much they're pushing money, being rich is everything. Like, you're chasing a piece of paper, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, like, my music taste change a little bit, but, like, I still appreciate rap, don't get me wrong. I'm never going to preach that, oh, you shouldn't listen to me.
That rap music.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not one of those. Believe me, but like sometimes it's exhausting, like especially where we're both on like this journey of self-actualization and like trying to draw away from like drinking to have fun. It's like that maybe don't listen to, you know what I mean, people.
Brainwash. It's essentially like brainwashing. And I've heard people say it like when like me and Jeff have had this discussion before, like basically like how you do clue into it. A lot of people do clue in eventually, like when you listen to it and you're like, what the fuck are these songs really saying? What am I singing along? What am I chanting to?
What was that song
is it the Nicki Minaj?
Or? No, it was a man singing anyway.
Is it the like Miguel, like don't sleep, you gotta stay
up? Something similar to that. It wasn't that one exactly, but I was listening to it and the person sounded so monotone and like miserable.
Oh, it was Kid Cudi.
What was that? What's that hook or whatever it is? I wish I could remember.
Is it Memories or is it?
I don't remember.
No.
I can't tell you the title of the song at all personally.
Anyway, yeah, it's when you clue. I've always been big on listening to the words, but like it's really now that I'm at this point
when
of, like,
you get the deeper understandings,
it's some of it is like you really hear like the sadness. There's actually a lot of people will decipher really like Katy Perry or like these really famous
even Britney Spears, right?
Well, if you decipher some of the music, it's like there's a cry for help in there, or there's subliminal.
Well, Hotel California, I think, is the most popular song that people talk about having symbolism, and that book that P. Diddy released for 24 hours talked about that being about the elite and all the things that are happening with Ghislaine and so on. Last year,
which is crazy, and I was like, me and Jeff were talking about it, and like he was giving his like he was talking about like the beast part, they still can't kill the beast, and he said it was about like like sacrificing children. I was with him about the Hollywood thing because I got that vibe big time, like how Hollywood sucks you in and you can't get out, and I started to open my mind to like MK Ultra, and like that's when I started dabbling.
So at that point you weren't accepting the satanic rituals. Man, it's so scary. It's so scary, and like people just don't want to believe it. Like, well, how many things are going to come out as true before you just accept that
it took me a bit, to be honest.
Oh god, yeah. And like, if we don't fucking wake up, we're doing all these fucking children so much injustice.
No, we know. I feel like as a collective, I can feel it in my fucking...
It's shifting now, but like, look at how long we let people label us as conspiracy.
The internet is also a good thing. I feel like it's...
That's what I'm saying.
You
it's
can do
definitely
your
a tool.
own research in there. That's how we're building a community of people that are standing against this shit. They can't silence us. They gave us this technology, and now they're like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
That's exactly what's happening, and I don't want to say it because I think people are going to fucking get mad, but I think that's why Bill Gates and who are doing what they're doing with the coronavirus is spreading all this misinformation, how much money is going into research, and nobody knows what's going on. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, and it's a way of Bill Gates taking control of us and making up for what he did by creating the internet, in my opinion.
Why is the man who created the internet also the one who owns the fucking World Health Organization?
And do you know who actually funded the past few vaccines for like the past 30 years?
Let me guess. That's just disturbing.
Yeah. Scary.
Like, it's just facts. Like, do what you will with that.
I was gonna say, look up what you want, you know. You don't do whatever you want.
Okay, so a lot of people, like, you have to understand, like, I think everyone should take the time to look this stuff up, but like I do pity the people, not pity, but I empathize, the people that don't want to look it up. I have to do this in small doses because it makes me feel really, really disconnected and icky and scared. And I like to focus on like our little fun spiritual tarot that like
I feel like I'm the opposite of that. I am so obsessed with like the dark nitty gritty because I'm so sick of like
you want to be the change.
Yeah, and it's in plain sight, and that's what's frustrating to me. Is like people are literally talking about babies. Chrissy Teigen's making jokes about a baby being sexy, and Shane Dawson's the one who's getting put on the stand. Jada's calling out Shane Dawson for being a pedophile, but Will Smith has flown to Pedo Island, and Will Smith's bodyguard has raped the girl who in 1995, her name's Maria Farmer, raped her multiple times, and that's on record. Like, go fuck yourself.
Did you?
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. That entanglement thing, they did that on purpose to divert the media.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I got that from you or where I got that from because I've been talking about it a little bit.
I've said it a couple times. Like, some of this stuff, man, I don't even say out loud because I know I sound crazy to those who don't understand, but I think you understand, so I need to just...
There's certain people, like, I've been hanging out, like, Justin talks about it.
Yeah, I know Justin seems like
there's
he's
people, like, and, like, even, like, Andrew and them, like, there's people out there that I've been surrounding myself with that I know a little bit about it.
Yeah. James actually has been responding to some of like my Instagram stories about the Hollywood and the elite and being like whatever.
I know. So, people, this is a good thing because people are waking up. This is one of those pivotal moments that people are like, oh shit, the life isn't the way that I think it is. I think it's the tower, baby. Yeah. The tower. Everything has to come crashing down to be rebuilt.
Thank God,
this is good because it's catapulting everyone into wokeness.
I think this has been talked about for years, really, this whole revolution. Thank God. Thank the fucking Lord. Good job, guys.
Would you like to address the Wayfair thing right now, or did you want to save that for another time?
Address what, sorry?
Like, did you want to kind of
talk about Wayfair?
This? Yeah, because, like, we were talking about doing a formal, like, YouTube video with visualizations and stuff, but, like, I feel like we can just shoot the shit about it, because there's a lot of people that want to hear about it, and this is a pretty good.
We're already on that tangent. So
I feel like this is a good time to discuss it. Why not?
Okay, so have you heard about the Red Shoe Club?
No.
Okay, so apparently at one of these high up Wayfair meetings, there's a photo. I can't verify if this photo is of Wayfair staff. I have no fucking idea. The CEO's
want to do a quick disclaimer here, I guess.
This is all speculation, guys. From start to finish, 100%.
Doing like looking into what we've looked into. Like, please do your own research, guys.
I am highly mentally unstable. Don't believe a word out of my mouth. Please do your own research.
She's like straight face.
So, like, seriously though. I mean, you should. That goes for anyone. Even if I was sitting here saying I'm like a fucking professor, still double check what I'm saying. You dumbass. Yeah. Like, don't take what I say. Don't take anything I say for real. Anyway, so the Red Shoe Club is basically elites who send dead children to this person. He makes shoes out of them. They're red. It's human leather. Morbid shit. There's a picture of the Wayfair guy wearing these red shoes with the Red Shoe Club.
So they're supposed to be made out of kids?
Human flesh, yeah.
Okay, so is this anything to do with, like, red bottoms? These is bloody shoes.
And this is what I was thinking is, why are the most coveted shoes in the world
this is like
red bottomed?
This podcast just consists of me singing all the way through it.
You're gonna hate it. I love it. It's good so far.
Stepping on little children.
It's symbolic. It's desensitization. Everyone wants red bottom shoes. Soon everyone's going to want red shoes because they're going to be in on. Yeah.
That is the key to all of this because people are like, well, why are they doing this?
Remember how I talked about teenagers in the media? Why or on TV? Why are you depicting 15-year-olds having sex on TV? Why are you using 20-year-olds to do that? Because you can't show 15-year-olds fucking on TV because that's child pornography.
Yeah, exactly.
So why are we even replacing that with adults to depict that scenario? That's disgusting. That's gross. That's really, really gross.
I think the counter argument in that sense would be like, well, because kids are doing it anyway, but the only reason
kids are doing it is
because they want to fit in.
Yeah.
Because they know how crucial the ego is when you're a kid.
Exactly.
Your
and
whole
these
life is
teen
ego.
shows that I'm talking about are aimed at teens, and they're watching it, and they're watching that saying, oh, this is what teens are doing.
Instead of, like, breaking out of your ego at a younger age, I feel like you are so
internalizing everything.
Yeah, in your ego.
Sure. I think everyone's really concerned about losing their virginity and all that. Yeah. Like, everyone has the same fucking, we're all dealing with the same shit. No one likes their body.
When you're, like, the older you get and the more you open up to your peers and you make that human connection, you realize how the same we all are and how much all that time you spent struggling and hating yourself and being so insecure. Like, man, the older that I get and the more that I talk with my friends, like, these little insecurities that I didn't know that my friends struggled with.
Yeah.
Struggle with them too, and I'm like, so oh my god, this whole time that I've sat in silence and just thought that I was so weird. I can
guarantee you those are behaviors that you never called out in your friends.
No,
but they were self-conscious. Exactly.
And I'm sitting there thinking that it's because you really do. You're an egocentric child, and you think that the world does revolve around you.
Well, I think our parents kind of teach us that in a way, you know what I mean? But it's not on purpose, obviously. But I think there's a way to teach empathy and world awareness that we can't grasp because none of us have those tools to begin with.
Yes. Well, and we're not given those tools instead of you, like, being taught those tools in school, bars, you are just given a whole fucking sackload of bullshit that you don't know what to do with.
You get asked how to divide fractions by another fractions, and then there's triangles, and you have to figure out, like, fuck off.
Like, I feel like kids do get into sexually early, because this sounds like such, like, a fucking old, like, boomer mentality, but I just feel like it's because it's being drilled in your head. It is, definitely. Like, me and my sister. So why do we not think that that's brainwashing? Songs come on the radio, over
when your child is
over.
Listening to that in the car at, like, 0 years old on the way home from the hospital, and then for the rest of their life, like, I'm very, very sorry if you don't want to admit this, but it is going to evoke some sexual promiscuity or some onset early feelings or curiosity that might not necessarily be triggered in a normal environment.
Yeah, no, you're
where brainwashing is not present. My dad never played that kind of music for me and my sister, and I stayed a virgin for a long time, and my sister has too.
Exactly.
And I wasn't staying a virgin to save it for marriage necessarily, but I understood that it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Every story of someone losing their virginity is a horror story. Mine is fine.
Because you waited to make. Okay, so there's a difference between waiting to make a responsible choice and waiting for marriage. I don't believe in waiting for marriage. I don't.
Well, that's for some people,
exactly. And the older that I got and the more research that I did, I grew up atheist. So when I started looking into Christianity, there's a lot of things I respect about it. I respect that when you love someone so much, then, like, you're gonna devote one another and, like, make it special. But at the same time, like, you need to play the field, baby.
And for sure, you need to experience
you don't know if it's
things.
Gonna be like,
exactly.
Like, you need to get out there and taste have a taste of what life has to offer in all fields. That
otherwise you're gonna get stuck and feel like you're missing out. 100%.
Yeah, and especially someone like me with or a lot of people that have really bad FOMO, like that would not slide in my fucking...
Sure. Yeah, I think sex is definitely on purpose, stressed on children under 18.
They shouldn't be pushing sex that early, but I think that, like, we should just have it's not a big deal.
I know.
It's something that, like, when you're an adult, you should make that decision.
It's so unfortunate that sex is something that happened for each of us to exist, but we can't talk about it. Like, what? That's so weird. And I, as someone who has worked in, like, the childcare industry, I believe that you can talk about sex to your child at any age. But if your 3-year-old is coming to you and asking you what sex is, you can tell them, oh, that's actually something that 2 adults do.
Yeah.
I can't explain it to you right now, but come back to me in a couple years, and I definitely will. Take the stigma off it. Yeah. Don't hide. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You know exactly what sex is. You have it all the time.
Yeah.
Let your child know that it's okay. Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to hide.
This weird little.
That's why children hide when they get touched, because they feel ashamed. No, sex is okay between 2 consenting adults. Yeah. If someone is doing that to you, if an adult is doing that to you, that is not okay. Come to me. Tell me what happened. Mm-hmm. As parents, these are conversations we so badly need to be having.
I know.
Not that I'm a parent. So,
I know.
Sorry. Let me also let's. I need to disclaim this. I'm not a parent.
You've worked with children,
and there's no rule book, and I think every child is different, and this is not.
I think it's a societal thing.
Mm-hmm. But the stigma around sex needs to be demolished for adults. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
And I believe that it's also your relationship with sex almost plays into something that you have to work through ego-wise as an adult. Because I feel like certain households, like, maybe it's a little bit too apparent, like, I'm not going to disclose any names, but I've been around people that I'm like, this, in my opinion, it's very different from me. The dynamic is a little bit too open, but I grew up in a very, very closed...
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I wasn't religious or anything, it was just very awkward, it wasn't something, like, it's been danced around a little bit, but, like, my mom or my dad felt awkward talking about it, so it's,
that's
the filmmakers are very awkward people, too, like, it's not, we're not an open dialogue type family,
but
so
that's
I feel like...
generational thing, right? And that's something I'm seeing on TikTok a lot, is, like, you're obviously the one who broke that, because you're very open about your shit, because you can't deal with that, because it's not healthy, right?
Exactly, like, my person, maybe, like, if I consider myself, like, a light worker, like, I have to kind of, like, break through these.
Exactly.
Because I feel like I labeled myself as awkward for so long. I was like, am I an introvert or an outrovert? I'm baked, okay, sorry. Extrovert. And I'm like, I feel like I'm a little bit of both, but I feel like I'm an extrovert breaking out of an introverted family almost.
Yeah, because you were taught by your family that this is the way you deal with your,
introverted characteristics.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's the way a lot of older people deal with stuff, and, I mean, communication is obviously the key to any relationship at all, right? Between
why do you
two
think
people.
They want us communicating through our phones and shit? Because there's not
there's misunderstanding.
Yeah, because you can't fully convey unless, like,
an emotion,
I know you even, like, you could be texting someone for so long, like your own even significant other, and things can still get misconstrued. Like, you do adapt, I think, like, a sense for how someone texts, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And I think maybe we underestimate the way body language and facial expressions really give context to a sentence. Like, something, you could say a sentence and it means two totally different things, man.
Tone is a huge thing, too. Like, in, like, how you, like, the influx in your voice, everything. And it's, like, you can't make that up. It's I forget if we're talking about this with Ryan or whatever, but you're gonna project whatever you're feeling.
Yes, and you're gonna put your emotion on that.
State, that's why when I'm hungover and shit, when I'm checking my phone and I'm in that state, I can't check my phone. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to, like, I just, because the way that I feel, like, this guilt, this shame, I will project that back, and then I'll, like, it'll kind of catapult and that momentum.
I would say the momentum starts and it spirals. Yeah, for sure. Fuck that.
Well, how many minutes are we at here?
We're at 23, actually, which is crazy. I really hope that no one thinks I'm insane.
Well,
I really went a little Alex Jones on y'all. Like I said, do your research. Ghislaine Maxwell's papers actually just dropped, I think it was yesterday, 2,000 pages of The Truth if you
Oh,
to
wow.
over it.
I don't even know. Oh, we didn't even really get into much into the Wayfair thing either.
Oh, I know. We kind of skimmed over it.
Oh,
The
sorry. Well,
point
I think we should go back to the Wayfair.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'm not done talking, honestly. We're going to talk after we turn off the mic, so okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to keep going anyway.
Yeah.
So just keep it recording.
We're in the flow, so might as well record the in the flow. Back to the Wayfair thing. Yeah, there was the pictures of that with the Red Shoe Club, which is like that whole conspiracy. And then, so, like, there was conflicting stories as to why those cabinets were priced that way. And I've also seen a lot of things coming out about these children who were missing being found. But I still think that it is, it's a way for them to launder money. And because these children are missing, it's like hints. They're all clues for those people who are looking for it, who know, I don't know.
What's going on? Well, like, because then there's the whole Tom Hanks moving to Greece thing.
That SRS, that fucking glove video, he's a fucking monster, man. They all are. It makes me so
Correct me if I'm wrong. So you said that he's moving to Greece because in Greece they
consider pedophiles to be a mental illness, and they treat them instead of throwing them in jail and killing them off like they deserve to be because they're child rapists at the end of the day. I mean, not all pedophiles act on it, and I think there is rehabilitation for some, but these people that we're talking about in particular, get rid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done. I don't want to bother.
So he's moving to Greece for that reason. Look what DJ Khaled just dropped. Greece, it's called.
Oh my god,
Greece.
Fuck off, bro.
Yeah. I forgot that was the synchronicity.
Ew, I have chills. This is a screenshot on her phone. Okay, guys, you can't see it.
Okay, so Hannah explained the whole Tom Hanks moving to Greece thing and how Greece being a pedophile is considered a mental illness and you can claim disability or whatever. Is that?
Yeah, I think that's also part of it. Ugh,
anyway, so I'm cleaning our apartment yesterday and I'm listening to music and then I see this. It's called Official Visualizer, and it's called Grease.
Released by DJ Khaled. When was this released?
A week ago.
About a week ago. Fucking Drake, too.
Yeah,
anyway.
he dropped a visualizer called Grease. What the fuck? I didn't even click on it, honestly.
While all this just laying stuff is happening. Like, man, guys, please do your research, please, so I don't sound crazy. It's so obvious, man. Like, this is... he's telling people to go to Greece straight up. That was his warning to all the other celebrities. He's like, yo, Greece. Go there.
Well, we need to go watch it when this in the flow's over.
I'm scared too, honestly. I don't even fucking watch it.
I know, I didn't.
Have you watched Avicii's last music video, A Better Day, man? If you watch that, it's really fucked up. Really fucked up. I can't even believe it's on YouTube.
Really?
The things that he, is hinting to, no wonder he's dead. It's really fucked up. Like, to know how he was found in his hotel room, it's terrifying.
Oh my god, I feel sick.
He killed himself with broken glass. Yeah, fuck off. He was brutally attacked. Fuck you guys. Fuck every last one of you.
I don't get why. Is there... Okay, you know how we're always trying to prove, people wake up? Is there people that, maybe just don't believe it?
Maybe
or just
everyone believes it.
They don't know what to do.
Well, and I think that's a part of it, because, look at the Britney Spears stuff. At this point,
Oh.
Come on.
I know.
You know what I mean? But what do I as an individual do? Do I call the California Police Department and say, listen, what do we do?
What I've noticed, the movement, with the Black Lives Matter, they are saying call, if we bombard,
yes.
Okay, so remember when we watched that video that Andrew sent us about, the ex-CIA agent? Mm-hmm. He was basically saying that, there's certain levels to it. Some of them are in cahoots with the elite, and then some of them are not. Yes. I think the police department doesn't know what's going on.
No,
they are getting from the FBI or whatever. They're telling them no, this is not your jurisdiction. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm not. I'm fucking butchering the.
No, I know. There, and legalities are a lot, and everything that's going on with that is really fucking complicated. But I think you're right. There's a lot of peaceful protesting has historically been one of the only things that has made a difference. If you look at Gandhi and shit, all these big names, it's because they started this peaceful movement and that invoke change. Like, look at St. John with the BL. How's the mayor going to stand there and argue with that many people?
Yeah.
That's why peaceful protest is important, right?
Yeah.
But I think the Black Lives Matter protests obviously turned into a trap, so that
and they had people provoking it,
there
so
was
it
so much
peaceful.
Yeah, it was
everything, guys. Like, it's all there, right in front of you.
I know.
But like, This is, I guess, one of our points of the podcast is, like, we do need to come together. We need to come together, and I don't know what the plan's going to be. I don't know if Hannah and I are going to be able to come up with a solution.
We're definitely not. I think that's part of the reason why we do this podcast, because if you're listening and you have an idea, perfect.
Yes,
let's
but
run
do
with
your
it together.
shadow work, because that's the best thing that I can think is, like, you really do need to be the change you want to see in the world. And, like, I feel like when you're putting out that pure, vibrational, like, energetic, whatever of love.
Juju?
Yeah. Like, and that's just what you fucking breed is in love. Like, I feel like, and that's what you project, and like, that's what you're gonna see in return. And like, I just noticed, like, whenever I'm in a good place, like, that is, I want to give people compliments. I want to be nicer. I feel good. I want to share how I feel with other people. But I notice when I'm feeling low energetically, like, I don't have the energy to give to other people, and I don't like that. I'm trying to work on raising my vibration, and I think everyone needs to do that, because like, it's like someone can easily make your day. Like, when someone's just kind to you, do you know how many walk away and you feel so good?
That Amy girl yesterday, I Facebook messaged her for 5 minutes. She was so nice. I still could cry thinking about it, because I'm such a loser.
Like, I know. Well, it's because it's touching, and like, you're sentimental, and I am too. That's why, like, I like when people do it to me, and as much as I try to do it to other people, but sometimes I find what I'm struggling with, so I don't have it in me. Or like, I psych myself out. I'll think about doing something nice, and then I'm like, ugh. Yeah. Like, it's like I don't have the energy to throw myself into. I'm like, I'm oh my god, not double. What am I trying to say? Thinking twice about it. Yeah. Instead of just doing guessing
yourself. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's where, like, it all ties back into intuition, right? Like, you have to just act on the first thought that you have. Every time that I did that in those stupid readings or those stupid intuition tests, that every fucking time I was the right answer. It's like, why wouldn't you trust your intuition?
I don't know if I am like that. I like on the same level of intuition with that.
I think there's different intuition. So I think there's intuition like what I had happen in the graveyard, which I'm going to explain. And then there's intuition like with the TikToks where it's just based off of nothing. But with the Adam Levine thing, so I ran in the graveyard, sorry, she wasn't with me. I was listening to Maroon 5 and I look up and I see this gravestone, it says Levine, it's the first one I see. I'm like, what the fuck, that's crazy. But this is at the mouth of the graveyard, and I run by those gravestones every day. Okay, pretty much every day. Not every day. I'm hyping myself up. I wish I could get out that much, but I run by them often, and I definitely know that they'll say Levine. But because in my subconscious, I was listening to Maroon 5, it knows that is there, so it directed my eyes to it. So that's not magic. That's my subconscious, and that's why you need to trust your intuition because it's not magic. It's something that you can't remember and you've repressed, but that feeling is coming from somewhere. It's not magic. It's not magic.
And people, when we're trying to describe this, and I think a big thing with me trying to convince myself that it's real or my journey through it is like, it's not this big thing. Like, when you first start really looking into spirituality, like, you can be hesitant because it seems so woohoo, out there, but like, it's not. And that's what I'm saying about manifestation, or people are like, you're looking for it. Isn't that cool though?
Yeah,
that's that I'm picking them out, like, just like bing, boom, 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 boom.
They've been here all along, and now all of a sudden they stand out to me because I am honed into it. Law of attraction.
That's interesting.
I know. And that ties into, I was going to relate it to something with the Adam Levine thing. Fuck, I can't remember. Anyway, continue. Your turn.
Oh fuck, sorry. An example is like the synchronicities with the numbers. Obviously, when you start seeing them, you're gonna keep seeing them because you are adding to momentum. You're adding momentum to that awareness, and it's just gonna get. Well, then again, though, it's actually really interesting when all of a sudden the cycle ends. I just call them cycles of seeing weird things because it's not. And I think you see it mostly when your vibration is super high, but like. That also ties into, like, everything happens for a reason, like your story about running through the graveyard. Just everything timed in that like, in that happenstance for you to have that moment of realization, and it, like, and you did this for what?
Yeah.
I think it's just to heighten your awareness of your consciousness.
Get you back in tune, get your attention.
Yes, and be like, okay, this is, it's kind of like,
see, things like that. Yeah, for sure. And things like that, I think those coincidences are literally there every single day.
Yeah.
And we are just choosing to ignore them because we're too stuck in our phone and too asleep.
And because people are like, no, that's lame, like, you're crazy.
And people try to explain things away. So the pendulum.
Yeah.
So me and Courtney, I watched this TikTok of how to tell, how to read a pendulum. So basically it swings one way for yes and one way for no, and it's different for everyone.
Oh, and each finger's designated to a negative or a positive.
Right. So I tried it, and it worked eerily fast. So I did some more research on it, or like it worked eerily well, sorry, not eerily fast. So I did some research on it last night, and one of the TikTok comments I saw was the person saying you're moving it, and the creator was like, who's going to tell them? So the point of the pendulum is not to be asking questions that you can't answer yourself. It's to pull the actual answer out of your subconscious, and it ties into manifestation, because there are things that I can ask, for example, about work that is not under my control. I'm saying that in quotes because for the average human, they would think that's not under their control. I know that what is in my head is going to be reality, and at the end of the day, my hand, when I moved my pendulum, I said no, because deep down inside, I know I am going to do everything that it takes
in your power
to not go back.
All it is a reflection of what you want to hear deep down, and that's not magic. Like, that's not, like, people, it's about changing a relationship with these things that we're taught to believe.
They're stigmatized for a reason, baby, to keep you away from them.
Because all they are reflection tools. That goes with tarot, too, and, like, a lot of people are, like, think that it's, like, this crazy... It's hard to digest to the average person. It's not. It's a reflection tool. Same with the pendulum. But it's interesting enough because whatever your energy, I felt in my fucking whole power when I did that. I did not move. I absolutely did not move.
And I didn't either. I am going from space. Exactly,
like, you know what I mean? What do you have to lose?
It's not, I know, and that's not fun for me. If you
You're
know
very
me,
genuine, me too.
And like pranks and stuff like that, that I would be mad at you straight up. Like, I've never really been actually mad, but pranks make me mad.
Exactly. No, and when you're doing shit like that, when
especially
you're both, I want to be on the same page. Like, we want to know if this is true.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and I know that you wouldn't fuck with me, and you know that I wouldn't fuck with you.
And the only reason I grabbed Courtney is I was doing it alone in my bedroom. I grabbed Courtney, showed her, because I was like, okay, I am... either, like, please, straight jacket, or tell me that I'm right, because this is not, like, I can't comprehend how this is happening.
And it was weird because it was both things that were, like, in our... Like, definitely, like, the question that I asked, I know I wanted to be yes, and I got a yes. And then, the question that she asked, we both wanted to be no, and it was no.
And I think both of those scenarios were things that we don't directly control, but 100% our attitudes towards both of those things are going to affect the outcome.
Yes.
I feel.
Oh, exactly, because it's like butterfly effect.
It's exactly the butterfly effect.
Okay, when you are I'm going to try to break down the way that I think law of attraction works. Like, you are, like, subscribing to that energetic level. That's what you want. That's the outcome that you're striving for. You've asked the universe for it. You've put it out there.
Or whatever,
so your conscious and your subconscious are working together to make sure that you get that outcome that you desire. Whether that be just little things throughout the day. You don't know how much those little things that you do affect someone else.
Yes.
I was having this conversation
It's not magic.
previously.
One thing that you do, if I fucking hit this dresser, everything's different now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's fucked now, but everything's different now. I might get a free fucking RV for us because I hit that fucking dresser.
Or, like,
who knows? I don't know.
A big thing when bad things happen or anything happens and you're like, well, when people are like, this is so minuscule, how can you say everything happens for a reason? Everything doesn't always happen for you at all. One little thing that you do could affect someone on the other side of the world, man.
That's such a
you
good...
don't know how much...
Everything happens for a reason, but it's not always all about you, baby.
It's a collective. We're all working together. That's why there is the timeline or whatever, the consciousness stream that we're on, we're all together and we all intermingle together. We just need to fix our like raise our vibration as a whole, so we all get what we want instead of being sucked into this misery.
And that's where we tie back to the beginning, communication. If we could all just communicate what we wanted, everyone I think wants just to be happy and left alone to their own devices,
exactly, and not have
at
to
the end of the day
slave our lives away.
Guys, we just want to do what we want.
We need to stop pushing this narrative of, it's just the way that it is. Why? We can make, like, life can be beautiful. Life can be beautiful, and we all know that. We all don't need all this shit that our brains are primed to think that we want to drive Ferraris and like have these nice clothes, and we're all about material. It's not about that, and it never was about that. I don't know why we're living in a society today that is our most important. It feels nice. I get your fucking dopamine hit, sister, but at the end of the day, like, really, you have to be content where you are, and that is the ultimate. That's everything. At the end of the day, I try to tie it back into, even if I'm not feeling the best, you have to be content with where you are and appreciate where you are. And ever since I started doing that, man, you guys don't even understand, and it sounds like I'm like bragging, but everything is going exactly the way that I want it. Now that I'm aware of how life works, and like, I'm telling you, for anyone out there, you can do this too. It's not, nice, it's not, we have each other, so we're not like giving up. And now we have Ryan too, because Ryan, her boyfriend, is starting to get on this train, so the three of us are manifesting things like crazy, guys. Like, everything it does,
the friggin' synchronies that have been happening, I could cry sometimes. I
know
about them, because like, I will say it again, I don't know if I'm supposed to be on antipsychotics or if everything's okay
too. Like, like, it's just like ultimate, everything that I want is happening, and then I'm just getting like confirmation after confirmation. And wait, what were we just talking about before? We kind of went into like a little bit of a tangent. It was about synchronicities. Oh, about like how I think it was about your subconscious, like how it's not magic. It's just the way that it is. Like, it's not this big, like, mysterious, it's just energy. Yeah. Too, that's another big thing. You have to kind of like understand how energy works and really like take the time to digest that.
If you look into physics, at the end of the day, all you are is energy. That is all you are. Your flesh and bones, every thing that you see, really, when you take a look around.
That's why it's an illusion.
Moving energy. Yeah, it's a hologram. You know what a hologram is? It's things that are projected, right?
Photons.
Yeah, exactly. So if you subscribe to the idea that, you know, all of this is real and that you have to work a 9 to 5, I just want you to know that there is hope for you. I have not figured it out. Far from it. I'm actually probably the worst person to tell you this, but there is hope. That's not the end of your life. There is so much fucking more to it.
And it's okay to have your ups and downs too. Like, man, we have such good days, and then we have bad days where I'm not this spiritual, high vibrational. I'm miserable some days, because this is what life has to offer right now. But like, a day to day, man, our lives have improved 110%. We want to become self-sufficient, and we will, and I know that in my bones. Like, I've never been so more sure, and like, that's when the more you tell yourself that, and the more you start to believe it, the more you look, you're subconsciously priming yourself for confirmations from the universe.
You're picking out things instead of letting them pass by, because you've made that intention to attract that. So now you're looking for it, and you technically are anyway. Law of attraction. Law of attraction.
No, and it's not. Okay, so the cool thing about when you're manifesting, like, say how we want to hit the road and we want to get an RV and travel. Like, so an example, like one that I just had was like, I was thinking, I seen 999. I kept seeing 999 everywhere. It was a joke that we kept saying
999 because it was funny.
And I seen 2 999s in a row because it was gas, and they were on top of each other. And then 2 seconds later, like, I was just thinking about angel numbers and like feeling really connected with the universe, and I was thinking about how cool it'd be to get confirmation from the RV, and I shit you not, guys, 2 fucking seconds later an RV drove by, like a driving RV. And then on the way back, I was driving by the same gas station, so there was the 2 999s, and then there was a license plate right underneath the fucking gas sign, 999, and I'm like, okay, right in the same area that I seen the RV, and it's like little things like that.
That's so like, weird.
It's like that to me is a confirmation or whatever, but like, it's also like, it's confirmation that I am manifesting it actively.
Exactly. It doesn't mean that it's magically happening. It means that you are ready. Yeah, exactly. Man, can I tell you the story of the 88.8s that I've been saying for the flow anyway, because we might as well. I don't know how long this thing is. Buckle up, boys. You're in for a treat.
How
we're
long
at 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Not bad. This isn't a long story, so it's good. So at one point, I was in the graveyard running. I got tired and I stopped in front of a stone, happened to have 888 on it. In front of it, I was like, holy shit, that's my favorite number, 8. Wow, cool. So that happens. And when we were driving up actually to go tubing, I forget what I was thinking about, but I was thinking about something. I seen 888 and I was like, oh wow, that's a confirmation. And it was so uncanny that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking get a little cheeky and test the universe. If the next 3 cars I see have 888, or next, sorry, 2 cars I see, I was like 3 in a row. If I see 3 cars in a row with 888.
Wait, 888?
Yes, I'm psychic. Okay, the next car I seen come down the road has an 8 on it. I'm like, okay. Obviously, the next one, you know what I mean?
Is it 888 or just 18?
No, 888.
Oh, so
the first 2 had 888. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty fucking crazy, but I don't think I'm going to see another 888.
Yeah.
I think that's asking a lot. So I changed it. I was like, if the next 3 cars have an 8 in it, of course, the next 3 cars, each one, 8.
So you've seen 888, 888, and then 888.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And then the other day when I was running, I run up to that tombstone and I seen the 888.
Yeah.
And that's why I was laughing to myself because I'm like it's like, what's the opposite of taunting?
Yeah, I don't get it in that.
It's like an inside. That's why I'm saying like I'm really tired of being psychic because it's hard, man. It's weird and I feel crazy.
So I didn't know it was to that extent for you. Like,
yeah, no, and I haven't told anyone.
Is there a lot of times that you're fucking it up though? To be honest, like, is there any times where you're?
Oh, definitely.
So the thing to keep in mind, that 888 story is crazy, but I feel like I don't ask for these all the time because the times that I've been wrong, I'm not going to go down that path.
Oh God, yeah.
So like, but the amount of times that I've asked and I've got it right, like, it's kind of like goes back to like the. It's like it's a word with your subconscious, like you're tricking your subconscious into you're priming your, you know what I'm trying to say? It's almost like seeing the numbers. You're like, well, now I am psychic because all these times I've got it right, but you're just telling yourself. I guess you're growing your psychic muscle.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's kind of like the law of attraction. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Yeah. Exactly. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I am receiving it at the same time. Like these things that I'm seeing, like the intuition things. I want to do one today for our TikTok because they're really fucking fun. Yeah. But these things that I'm seeing at this point, it's either the card. I don't know how to describe it, man. I can't tell you what it looks like or feels like when the premonition comes, but I get premonitions and I know specifically, and I fight them, and I know when I'm fighting them, and I know when I get it wrong because I felt the thing jump out at me. It's come off the screen. It's become 3D. It's literally been like, hi, it's me. And then it's gone back, and then I'm like, no, it's actually that one, and it's like, it can't.
Wait, I don't know. I'm having a hard time. I don't get that at all. I don't like.
Maybe have you had an intuition test show up on your thing? Maybe
I've done it. A couple. You sent me one, but I got it wrong.
Well, that's the first one.
Yeah.
I've definitely gotten ones wrong, too. Like, in the beginning, when I was first seen them, the first day, I did 50-50. The next day, I did a majority. And then yesterday, it was almost all of them. So it's like
you're really...
I seen, like, 5, and out of them, I got 4 right.
Oh, wow.
It was really fucking weird.
That's interesting. I guess I don't know. I feel like maybe it's because I'm so hesitant. I don't try to test that much.
But like, it's the same thing with the tarot cards. Like, when you're reading... before you look at the Biddy Tarot and you're just reading based off of what you feel, it's the same thing. It's
I have a hard time summoning the intuition sometimes. It's like I'm really heightened when my vibrations up, but like there's sometimes I'm even doing readings and I'm like I'm really having a hard time tapping in, but I could be like an ADHD thing.
Yeah,
really.
I think that this is something that's also maybe specific to me in a different way than like I don't know.
Like, oh, you mean like you're what? I think
like we all have different gifts. I think this is something that's specific to me. We have a lot of parallels, but obviously we're not the same. We're not going to experience. Because this is something that has happened to me since I was a child, where I will think something and I'm like, I should say that out loud. And I'm like, no one's going to believe me. And then it fucking happens. Well, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know. I guess I do have those moments, but I don't bring awareness to it. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't really maybe it's because I've been so long primed to think that was just a coincidence that I haven't really strengthen that. And then the intuition test, I've only ever done the one.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I guess I just don't, but the visions that you're describing, I feel like sometimes I just have a knowing. It's just a knowing. It's not a big visual. It's like this feeling, or sometimes I know what someone's gonna say. Like, or it's just like I have the same thought as someone at the exact same time, or like something like that, but not really. I don't know. I don't have a whole scenery happen.
See, I am in the mode. Whatever happened on that day tubing.
Just being annoying.
Are a little familiar. Whatever happened on that day, tubing got me into this habit of testing and not fucking with the universe, sorry. But like, even in the graveyard, man, it's like the signs that I'm seeing like make me laugh, because I am in this weird relationship with the universe where I'm like, you're not fucking real. And it's like, you're not fucking real, bitch. Look at this. You think I'm not, like, it's just, it's weird.
I know, I definitely do that too, definitely. But like, sometimes, I guess maybe the issue that I'm dealing with is like, I can't, when I'm in a low vibrational state, I don't see them as much, and it's disappointing, and it only escalates my vibration lower, so I don't like to fuck around with it. Like that's basically like, but when I'm in a high vibrational state, it's like bang, bang, boom. But I can't start, like, I've tried to look for signs when I'm not in the right mind state, and it's just kind of annoying. Like, it makes me feel less.
I am at the point, and I think you'll probably end up getting to this point too, especially now that we've addressed intuition, and you can't not test it. Sorry, it's so fun and interesting, but you're gonna get to this point where it's like exhausting and annoying. Like, I just want to I just want to go to the grocery store. I don't want the universe telling me things all the time.
I think you're describing, I go through that too then. Like, it's, I feel like we just have a different, like, if you're talking about like the confirmations, there's so many that I get that I can't even explain out loud, because it's my own thought process, and it's like, it's answering my questions. Like, it's like I have a question, or there's like things that are like internal work that I'm doing, and then I'll hear a message, or there'll be some sort of, they're just signs and synchronicities, realistically, but when you're in a heightened state, I feel like you receive them more and more and more. But when you're like, when you're not priming yourself for them, like, so if like you're not, well, I guess you have to, like, TikTok's a good spot to see them.
For sure.
The
road. You said that.
Driving, thrift stores, anything like that. Like, places where you are
experiencing lots of random things.
It's like almost like not like a quantum random point, but something along that vein. It's because you're giving yourself an opportunity to look for more signs, because there's more triggers.
Exactly. So interesting.
But all you're really doing at the end of the day is looking for a subconscious answer to something that's been bothering you, that you feel like you know deep down, but you're having a hard time listening to your intuition.
That's what the pendulum's for. That's exactly what the pendulum's for, is because deep down inside, you have the answers to all your problems. I had the answers to all my problems. But for whatever reason, or not for whatever reason, our ego is something that we have to fight and work through to get to the other side, to find out where the solutions lie.
It's always a struggle differentiating what's your ego and what's like, it's, I don't know, valid, even you get lost in it. I get lost in it all the time. Even still, I'm like, feel like I have a good grasp on when my ego's talking, but sometimes I'm like, well, what is right? What do I really want? And then I kind of get lost in translation, and
sometimes I think because you're self-aware, you know it's your ego, but you don't yet have the control, or it's so at a point where you can't turn back, and then that just makes you more mad and gets your ego flared up even more. Like,
exactly.
It's just
and it's easy to spiral back.
Pull up a brush. Well, on that note, I think we've been sitting here for almost an hour.
I know. We should
wrap her up.
Yeah, we should.
This is a good one.
It was. I know. This is like, out of all of them, I feel like this is probably one of our best.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry about not getting a Friday video out. Blame that on me. I was doing some shadow work. I laid in bed all day yesterday, but it led to these wonderful conversations.
That's why, there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly.
Do your shadow work, boys and girls.
Do your shadow work. Google everything I said. Don't take anything at face value. And follow all of our other social media.
Yes.
Instagram.
Oh, we still haven't united our Instagram handle.
I was looking at it.
Should we just get rid of podcasts? Because I feel like we're more than just a podcast. We're just...
Yeah, we should just be the Eureka Effect. There's places I can't do that. Instagram, I don't think it's available, but the Eureka Effect or the Eureka Effect podcast, wherever social media is available to you, except for Twitter, because I deleted the app because I fucking can't stand it.
Oh, okay, wow. All right, bye. Ciao for now.